Okay, welcome in. We have core plus stretch today. We're going to start into a standing position. Shoes are optional. I am barefoot, so it's whatever you are comfortable with. Make sure you have enough space around you, and we'll get going. We're going to do about a 3-minute warm-up here. Just kind of get the blood flowing. Feet at hip distance apart. High kicks forward. So get your arms pumping with this. So a little pump to the back. Good. High kick forward. You're gonna get the blood flowing. Did an outdoor walk today at 11 a.m. Again, it was just nice to get outside. 10 seconds left. 3, 2, and 1. Now your left leg at home, you're gonna do a roundabout and then knee hug to the front. Same leg, bring it to the back for a quad stretch. And then same thing other side, roundabout, knee hug, and then quad stretch. Balance, other side. Just continue at your own pace. Maybe one side takes a little bit longer than the other. Totally fine. Hip mobility. And again, more of that activation for balance. For your abdominals. My legs are kind of sore from yesterday. Finish out, one more each side. Should be on the last one. Quad stretch. Good. Widen your stance. Let's go for body weight squats. Down, reach it up and around. Down and up. Squeezing your glutes at the top. So our warm up is going to be the only standing exercises. Everything else is going to be down to the mat. Sinking your hips back. Full body warm up. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, last one. Good, bring the arms forward, open, and close, alternating. Little T-spine rotation. Allow your hips and your feet to swivel along with. And our first exercise is actually a T-spine rotation, but onto all fours. 1 more each side. Good. All right, gang, let's make our way down to the floor. Now, you're going to come into this quadruped position, all fours. Place your left hand back behind your head. You're going to open up and then close, okay? So that's our first exercise. We're going to start in about 5 seconds. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more here. Here we go in 3, 2, 1, begin. So left arm opens up and then elbow to elbow. So this is great for mid-thoracic, but also range of motion for your shoulders and of course your abdominals. Also be mindful of what your right shoulder is doing. So pulling up and out, making sure that you're not sinking into that shoulder. Last one. Good. Now bring it down to your forearm. We have a plank hold before we do the other side. Go ahead and begin. Hold it here. Squeeze your glutes. Abs drawn in. One long line, so neutral spine. Making sure that we're not piking the hips or overextending. We have 15 seconds left, and then we have the other side for the T-spine rotation. Less than 10. We're gonna circle through this 2 times. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and stretch it back for a second. Bring it back to all fours. Right hand back behind your head. And here we go, opening up and cross it elbow to elbow. Now make sure that weight is shifted forward over your hands so that you're not sinking back toward your heels. On deck, we have a side plank with a hip flexion. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it onto your right side at home. Either bottom knee down or all the way up to that full side plank, and we have a hip flex. So narrow and then turned out wide. Here we go. So pull it straight forward and then turned out. Straight forward, knee to elbow, turned out. So I'm showing this modified scale down to my bottom knee. 10 seconds. Then we go into a bicycle. In 3, 2, 1. Good. Flip it around onto your back. Hands back behind your head. Flex it forward. And here we go. Bike it out. Elbows stay wide. And just lightly holding on to the back of your head. You're using your abdominals to flex forward, not your neck. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Take a rest. Next up, you're gonna flex it forward. We have a double leg stretch. Send it long, pull it back in, okay? Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Flex it forward, send it long, and pull it back in. So this is a Pilates double leg stretch. Options. You can keep the upper body down and just do the leg work, okay? Or flex it forward, keep the knees bent, and just do the arms. 10 seconds. Then we have the other side for our side plank. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. On to your left side at home. We have that narrow hip flexion and then the wide. Lift it up. Here we go. So pull straight ahead, reach, and then out to the side. Forward and turned out. We have one more exercise. We'll take a quick break and then do it all one more time. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Onto your knees, a little matrix action. We've done this one before if you've taken class, but you're gonna hinge it back, reach the arms forward, and then glide it back in. Here we go. So, body stays into a neutral spine. It's a very board-like position, okay? Slightly tucking the chin in toward your chest, and your head stays in line with the spine. Quadriceps, glutes, abdominals. Range of motion for your knees. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Quick drink of water. Then we start from the top with our T-spine rotation. Now, while you're breaking, one way you can add challenge to the T-spine rotation is to lift your knees just to a low hover. Adds more challenge for your abs, okay? Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Left hand back behind your head, twisting up and cross. Again, either knees down or knees off for more challenge. I tend to do an exhale to open and inhale to close. But you can also reverse it if it gives you a little bit more range of motion. 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, find your way down to your forearm plank hold and go ahead and begin. We'll start a little bit earlier. Shoulders over your elbows. Squeezing your glutes. A little planky plank. Then we have the other side for your T-spine. 15 seconds. Again, up and out of your shoulders. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Stretch it back to a child's pose for a second. Deep breath. Walk it back to all fours, right hand back behind your head, and go ahead and begin opening up and close. Now this is a good functional exercise to do daily, okay? So this is great for the shoulders, but also giving you good trunk rotation for full range of motion in your spine. Doing good. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Okay, side plank. Onto your right side at home. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Lift it up, narrow, and wide. Now watch as you do that lateral rotation that your hips are not sinking. Maintain the same level of the height of your hips. 15 seconds. Then we go into our bicycle. Almost there. 5, 3, 2, 1. Transition onto your back. Go ahead and start when you're ready. Hands back behind your head. Flex it forward and begin. "15 seconds. So we're moving through flexion, extension, rotation. 3, 2, 1. Take a rest for a second. Double leg stretch. Go ahead and bring your legs up to your tabletop. Flex it forward. And here we go. Reach it long and pull it back in. Send it long and return. Now, you're trying to send your legs as low as you can while maintaining an imprinted spine. So the small of your back is close to your mat or the floor. 5, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. All right, flip it onto your left-hand side. Side plank. Last time here. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Lift it off. Narrow and wide. Almost done with the strengthening and the work portion of it. We'll bring it down to your stretching. 10 seconds. We're gonna end with your matrix. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Whoo! All right, onto the knees. Start when you're ready. And hinging it back, reaching the arms forward. And return. Keeping your glutes on the entire time. So we're lightening up that whole posterior chain, but also the quadriceps. Arms just reach up to the height of your shoulders. Doesn't have to be big. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Let's bring it down to a pigeon pose. Go ahead and bring your left leg forward. Send your right leg long behind you. And you're either up to your hands or down to your forearms, whatever feels best. But just relaxing into your stretch here. Try to release any tension. Release through the shoulders, your head and neck. Release through your hips. Just relax it here. Deep inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. We'll stay here for about another 10 seconds and we'll do the same thing other side. And now go ahead and push up to your hands. Switch out the legs, bring the right leg forward. Just gonna angle my mat here a little bit more. Okay, left leg comes back, either up to your hands or down to your forearms. So tomorrow, Christy's teaching strength. About 10 seconds left. And then we'll bring it onto all fours for a cat-cow. Go ahead and push up to your hands. And then bring the legs together so that we're onto all fours. Shoulders over your hands, hips over your knees. Exhale, rounding and hollowing out your belly. And then inhale to extend. Exhale, round and tuck. Inhale, extend. Keep going at your own pace, whatever feels good. If you want to stay in a position for a little bit longer, that's okay. Finish out one more. Good. Now find your neutral spine. You're gonna sweep your left arm underneath and you're gonna drop it down to your left shoulder and allow your head to rest on top of your mat. So another way to get a T-spine rotation. Press yourself back up. Let's do the same thing other side. Thread the right arm through, drop it down to the shoulder, resting the head. And press yourself back up. Bring the big toes together, knees separated for a child's pose. Send your arms long, or you can also create a pillow to your forehead to help support a little bit more, whatever feels best. Same concept as before, relax through your hips, relax through your inner thighs, your hamstrings, and especially your pelvic floor. Take a deep inhale, expanding through the back side of your rib cage. And exhale, think about knitting toward the ribs toward one another. Again, deep inhale. And exhale. And now go ahead and walk over to the right-hand side and reach across the body, stretching the lats, the triceps. Center it back out. Let's do the same thing other side. Reach it across. What can also help to increase the stretch is to allow your hips to shift to the opposite side. And that'll help to lengthen through your lats a little bit deeper as well. And now go ahead and return back center. Let's press it up to a downward facing dog. Driving your hips up, feet about hip distance apart, and just kind of go ahead and pedal through your feet if that feels good. Really lengthening through your back, lengthening through your sacrum, your tailbone. And now go ahead and lower down to your knees. Let's bring the left foot forward and let's bring it into a lunge to open up through our hips. Think about reaching your sternum up a little bit. And now send the front leg straight, square out through your hips and hinge it forward. Oh, hammies are tight. Now again, keep that left leg straight. You're gonna swivel to where you're facing forward. So that leg is out to the side, and then just kind of sink it back, and we're stretching our inner thighs. Okay, like so. So either up to your hands, or if it's a little tight too, you can bring it onto all fours, whatever feels best. I'm keeping my foot flexed just because it it allows me to lengthen a little bit more. Now rock yourself back forward and then swivel back to that hamstring stretch. Hold it here. And then gently walk your hands up your thighs to bring yourself back up. Let's do the same thing other side. Finding that lunge position, holding it here. Reaching your sternum up a little bit, getting a little bit of extension, a little opening up through your chest. And now send your front leg straight, hinge it forward, holding it here. And now we're gonna swivel it to face forward, keeping that leg turned out, either holding it here or sink it back toward your heel. Stretching the inner thighs, your adductor, adductor. Press yourself back up to your hands and then swivel it back around to your hamstring stretch. And now walk your hands up to your thigh and then bring yourself back up. Good. Okay, let's take a seat onto your mat. We'll get some lateral flexion. Crisscross your legs if this feels okay. Otherwise, you can bring your legs straight forward and add and bent knees. Your right arm, let's reach it up and over to get your lateral flexion. And bring yourself back up. Let's do the same thing other side, up and over. And return, one more of each. And back up, last one. And return. I'm gonna turn to face the side here so you can get a different vantage point, but send your legs straight. You can always bend the knees if that feels better, but take an inhale. As you exhale it, you're just gonna round it forward over the legs versus reaching down to the toes. Think about rounding forward toward your thighs and then roll it back up one vertebrae at a time. Let's do it again. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, rounding it forward, drawing in your abs. Inhale, stay. And now exhale to roll it back up. One more, take an inhale. And exhale, rounding it forward. Inhale, stay. And then exhale to return. Name of the game is rotation today, so reach the arms out to your T. You're gonna twist to the right, take an exhale. And then inhale, return back center, other side. Exhale, twist. And inhale, return. Again, exhale. And inhale. Exhale, really compressing the abdominals. Inhale, return, two more each. Exhale, twist. Inhale, and exhale. And inhale, one more. Twisting, and return, last one. Good, bring your hands back behind your hips, bend your knees. Let's go into your hip cradle stretch, crossing it over, and kind of push your weight forward if that feels okay. So stretching our piriformis muscle, medial glute. If you've been seated for a long period of time for today, this is a good stretch to do. Go ahead and uncross. Let's do the other side. Holding it here. And go ahead and release. Lastly, crisscross the legs one more time. And you're gonna bring your eye gaze down to the right armpit. Gentle nod forward to stretch through back of the neck. Return it back up. Let's do the other side. And go ahead and return. Roll your shoulders back. Take a deep inhale and exhale. And awesome work today. Thank you so much for joining Core Plus Stretch. We will see you later. Bye, everyone.